I'm Miss Libby.
Welcome to Living in Tennessee Bottoms. If you're new to our channel, we'd like to ask one thing of you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because me and Miss Libby, we can do just about anything, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. Good morning. Welcome back to Living in Tennessee Bottoms. It's early morning. It's about 6 o'clock. Well, about 10 to 6. I've been up since about 3. I'm just an early morning riser. I like it. This morning we're standing out here next to the pond, and lo and behold, I'm starting to see these turtle heads sticking out, but she sure is still. Let me turn you around here so you can see it. Look how still she is. I just love it. Got the sun rising over there. God's given us another day, and I'm gonna try to make the best of it. This morning we're gonna be getting out here early, painting you around here. There's the garden way over yonder. But if you're new to our channel, we'd like to welcome you, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. And got a lot going on. Like I said, we've been trying to get the garden up and everything, and it's the heat of the day is coming, so we're gonna get out here early. Just as soon as I get off here, I'm fixing to go over there and crank up the tiller, try to get some stuff done. And like in our last video, I was talking about we had the deer issue, coyote issue, fox, possum, raccoon. I haven't set my traps out yet, but I'm getting ready to. And I appreciate the comments. Yeah, I realize them deer. We don't have the problem here with the deer like they do in East Tennessee, out toward Gatlinburg and stuff, where people have always got 6-foot tall fences trying to keep things out of the garden. But we're going to try to beat the heat of the day this morning. I got a lot of projects to try to get done. Yesterday morning, I was out here, and by 9 o'clock, I done got too hot. The humidity was terrible. I was drinking plenty of water. Miss Libby was out here. She was trying to prune the tomatoes and put hay around them. So we're going to try to be putting up some more fencing around the garden this morning. I've got another project sitting back here. Let me turn you around. Well, you can see it's sitting right over yonder in that corner. There's a boat sitting there. I've been trying to work on this boat for 3 years, I believe. And then over here, we got all that to clean up because we've had to pile everything up from the flood. And then with all the rain, we got all this weed eating to do. Guess what? Miss Libby's in the house right now. I walked in a while ago, and she's got biscuits in the oven, bacon cooked, and fixing to fry some, you like that word, fixing to fry some good old country eggs. So I'm gonna get off here for a minute and go in here and fuel up real quick and get out here and try to beat the heat of this day and everything. So y'all stay with us, we'll be back in a minute. Oh, we're down here at the garden now, and for the ones who are just joining us, that right there may be like a simple thing, but that's a water hydrant. Got water hydrant number 1. And we come over here, got the old twisted tripod sitting right there. Water line number 2. And right there is where I haven't got a chance to cover her up yet, which hopefully will be today. And it runs all the way past the chicken house over to the main well. That's been a long time coming, because when you get a garden to be this size right here, which the good Lord has blessed us, you gotta have some way to water this puppy. And let me walk down here. I watered this half yesterday. Watered part of it on Sunday. Yeah, the rest of it yesterday morning. And then I'm gonna start today over here. Miss Libby's gonna be coming out here working in a minute. And I don't think she's gonna appreciate if I'm getting her wet. So I'm gonna have to set this irrigation system up, and y'all just stay with us. got the sprinkler systems going, and they're working good. Right now I'm just doing our pumpkins over, and you can already tell, look at me. You know, a smart man would turn that water off, set them sprinklers up, but I'm gonna tell you, it's hot. It's only, I only think it's only been 7 o'clock yet, and it's hot. And that felt good. So Miss Libby's gonna be coming out and picking our squash and cucumbers here in a little bit, because I didn't want to get them wet all the way. But what I'm gonna do now is, Miss Libby, I'm gonna turn you around over here. She's been putting hay down and tying our tomato plants up, getting them up off the ground, because we've been so wet. We've been having some fungus get on them and stuff like that. So before she gets out here, I'm gonna crank up the old handy dandy trusty tiller that's trying to lay down on me, but I'm gonna try to make this puppy last throughout the season. So I'm gonna get in here and get busy, and in a little bit she's gonna be coming out, and she'll show you what she's gonna be doing by tying the hay stuff and trimming everything back. Okay, I forgot where I left you. I was tilling a while ago. Now I've switched to the other side over here. Miss Libby has joined me now, and she is going back to what she was doing, is tying up the tomatoes, trimming off the bottom of them, and see here. This is some of our first pickings right here. That cucumber there got away from us. But we got some burplas here, and then we got some forgot what these are, but they're canning cucumbers. Got quite a few of them. Got quite a few squash, several jalapenos. So Miss Libby's gonna be busy in the kitchen canning jalapeno jelly. She's got a new thing for cucumber relish or something. So I am gonna go back to tilling. You can see me how hot and sweaty I am. That the fun is real. Yeah, it is fun, but you got to sweat a little bit, get out here and play. But it's 8 o'clock. I've been out here about an hour and a half now. Drank a couple bottles of water already. And then I know by 10 o'clock we'll have to call it quits. And maybe by 9, I don't know. You can hear the roosters over there. Miss Libby came out and she gathered all the eggs, fed all the chickens. Had a good time. We've got several sets of baby chickens going on, and we've got them all in different pens, and we're gonna have to make some more pens. So the life is never dull down on the farm. So y'all stay with us, and we'll be back. I don't know if you can see what I can see. Hope you can. The sun's shining into it. Look at that. I got 2 sprinkler systems going. Look how high them puppies are going. Ain't that a pretty sight? I'm hoping that when I look at this, y'all can see the same thing I'm seeing. That's 2 water hoses ran, probably 200 feet of hose. I've already ran about 150 feet of pipe out to the edge of the garden. And this is what we got this year. Corn right here is putting in. This is our first batch. Can't get too close. I'm gonna try to zoom you in right here. We got some down yonder. I mean, it's just started tasseling the other day. So let me try to hold this camera. And can you see her up in there? She is putting on. Look at that. Guess I'm moving too quick because I can't really see when I zoom in like this right here. Let me slow myself down a little bit. Okay. Bring you back in here. But when the corn starts putting in like that, it's struggling. I got a big old weed right there I don't have to get out. Yeah, there's grass in our corn because we're like everybody else in the United States this year. I done told you probably 2 or 3 times in this video. Pardon me. But man, we've been fighting rain. Finally, it dried up about last weekend. Yesterday here in Tennessee Bottoms, it was 100 degrees at 10:30. And Miss Libby's been out here hoeing all the melons here. Melons over yonder. She's got some sunflowers right there. We got sugar babies over here putting on, but I'm not going to give you a tour of the garden right now. I just wanted to show you I'm so proud of this water. It's been a long time coming. So I got to get back to work. I'll be back with you in a little bit. Well, it's been an eventful week. Y'all can tell by the video that we've done a little bit of everything out here. It's early morning and we're going to try to call a wrap on this particular video for this week. But we got a lot done, and you know, Miss Libby's got hay around all the watermelons and dew melons and everything else. She's going to do the pumpkins today. We've got some picking to do, and corn's getting ripe over there. So well, let's just do a real quick walk around. I'll show you some stuff that's going on. Hang on, let me turn you around. You can see the pumpkin, she's looking good. Oh, we got blooms going on. We didn't have blooms yesterday. It means I gotta start spraying them today. Right inside these blooms right here. See those little yellow blooms? They nice and pretty. Well, I bet you already there's a bug. Yeah, there's a bug up and there's a bee flying around that one. You have to start spraying these while they're blooming, because the blooms is where the pumpkins is going to form. And they lay their eggs up there inside those blooms, and then when they hatch out inside the pumpkin, they eat your pumpkin up. So, you know, of all the ones that's had pumpkins, and you go, man, these pumpkins got black spots all over them. But that, you're looking at my squash right there. I'm just rattling on right now. But that's what goes on. You don't spray them while they're blooming, you're gonna have bad pumpkins. But look at these squash. I ain't never had squash that big. Them are monsters. You can see our corn over there. That right there is our pig sweet corn that we planted three weeks after we planted that over yonder. 1, 2, 3, 4. All this right here was planted the same day. Look at this. This right here and this right here was planted the same day. Look at the difference. That's peaches and cream. And if I ain't mistaken, that's ambrosia. But what I can see on the other ambrosial area, it looks like it's gonna make some pretty good sized ears. Let me walk you over here. Let me get you down in here for a minute. See Mr. Squash hiding up in there? I think we got some big ones up in there. You gotta pick them. Oh my goodness, let me show you a big one right here. We missed this one. Look at that one. So what Miss Libby's been doing with the squash that gets that big, a lot of people don't like them that big. See, there's some more. Look up in here. We got 2 there, 1 over there. What Miss Libby's been doing is that she's making a pickle, what do you call it now, squash relish. It's got onions, bell peppers, a little bit of jalapeno cut up in it, and it is sweet and it is really, really good. Even all the grandkids liked it. Oh, there's all kinds. I ain't gonna show you all the squashes up in there. And over here's our cucumbers. We didn't plant as many as I wanted to plant this year. Look right there. There we go. We got cucumbers. That's a big one over there. So we got some down here I haven't even checked yet. I'm not even going to get into that. And our okra's coming along. Let's walk over here. And this is our row of jalapenos all the way down on this side. We got banana peppers over there, but y'all already know that, the ones who have been watching. And these are really putting on. They're looking good. See all the ones we got up in there? Let me take you around over here. We got some bigger ones up in there. They're all over. And then these right here is a mammoth right there. But the hotter it gets and the longer in the summer, the more they produce. And then here, look at the banana peppers right there, putting out on the top of that. Miss Libby just picked them yesterday, all the way down. They are looking good. And then, our bell peppers over here. Had a worm on this one right here yesterday. See all these little black dots on the ground? That was worm poop. Man, he was having a field day. But I got him. I got him off there. Got to keep eye on the rest of them. And that's our yellow bell pepper there. This is supposed to be regular bell pepper down through here. And so far, the pepper has to take some heat. It takes them a little while to get cranked up. Our tomatoes is coming along. Miss Libby's got them all tied up there. And they're starting to produce. And let's walk over here and see if we can see some. You can see that I give the watermelons over here a good watering yesterday. Watermelon, sunflower over here. That's our ambrosia corn down there. She's looking pretty, but I still ain't real pleased with it. Let me see what we got going on here. Take a walk down through here. Look at that cluster right there. It is now starting to put on. All that rain we had, there's several of them, got several clusters. All right. Look at this one right here. She's putting on. They all are putting on. All right. Turn you around here. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Well, here's our Kentucky Wonders, and I'm beginning to Tennessee wonder about them because they are just not doing anything. I have not had any luck down here with these Kentucky Wonders yet. The top pick peas we planted about the same. We planted them after these. Let me show you something over here. All right, take a good look right here. Right there is our Kentucky Wonders. They're supposed to be running up this wire, which they're starting to, but they're just struggling. Now come around over here. I think I planted these a week or two after. These are our top pick peas. I just got wire ran on them yesterday. But look at them puppies. Man, they are thriving. These things were planted like a couple weeks after them Kentucky Wonders over there. And they are thriving. And like I said, we've been trying to fight the grass. We've been doing pretty good. And the only thing I know to do right here on our sweet potatoes is either leave them alone or water it down and get in there on my knees and try to pull up grass, what grass I can get pulled up. But that's a quick tour right there. We're proud of her. God's blessed us and it's coming along, thriving. We got some baby watermelons starting to form over here. I'll take you down here to the corn in a minute. Showed you some corn when I was watering yesterday, and quite pleased with it. We got a little baby melon right there forming. Let's check out the baby melon. See the baby melon? I think there's another one down here too. We're ready for it. We were hoping by the 4th of July we'd have some melons. There's one right there. This is a sugar baby. It's putting on. These over here is our giant Congo, and I don't see any melons on them yet. Not yet. They could be up in there. They hiding on me. But here is our ambrosia corn. You can see they're putting on the ears right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 on that one stalk right there. There's 4 right there on that one. There's 4. What I'm seeing is, you see up in here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 on that one. What I'm seeing between the ambrosia and the peaches and cream, it looks like the ambrosia is putting more on per stalk. Now my peaches and cream is planted a little closer together. And this right here was planted a week after this, and it's not even started tasseling yet. You know, you can see, for the ones who don't know, that's your tassels right there. When that puts on, it's falling down, it's pollinating the ears of corn on the stalk. And you can see over here at the top of this corn, there's no tassels. It's not ready to start producing yet. When it's to this state right here, it's when you got to throw some water to her to make sure you get the best corn you can get out of it. But you can see overall, there's the overview of the garden. There's plot 2 over yonder, and plot 3 over here, and plot 4 over here. And this is our first year. Turn you around here. This is our first year planting a garden this big. And we're trying to see what works for us and what doesn't work. We've seen the jalapenos is a very high producing plant. The okra is a high producing plant. Then the cucumbers and squash are. The peas really produce good, but something that produces quick and fast is peppers, cucumbers, squash. How many I left out there? And the okra. Tomatoes, they produce all year. Right now, it's like ours are struggling a little bit. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm hoping they're going to take off here. But like I said, they're looking good. They look as good as I want them to look, you know. But overall, we've come a long way. For all the ones who's been following us, you've seen where we've been from day 1 back in May, or whenever we started planting, like in February or March when the backwater got us. But we're going to get off here. I got a lot to do this morning. Got a lot on the punch list, but we just wanted to end up this video to letting you see what's been taking place this week and how we finally starting to get things straightened out. It's still got ways to go. But we appreciate you watching and tuning in. And like I said, me and Miss Libby, we can do just about anything, but one thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. And we appreciate everyone who is subscribed, watching our videos, and support you give us. So do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.